Okay, so I'll have you guys just get started lying down in Shavasana. And just come to your back, extend your arms and legs. Get settled in. And flip your palms up toward the ceiling, just a gesture of receiving in the body. Rock your head from side to side, find that sweet spot right in the middle. Let your feet flop out to the side. Release your jaw, soften the muscles of your face, your eyebrows. And take a deep breath in through your nose, open your mouth and sigh it out. We'll take a few of these deep belly breaths in through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth. A few more just like that. And on every exhale, just feel the body soften into the floor. Settling in, dropping in. Notice how you feel. Taking in the moment exactly as it is, without any need to change anything. Take a deep breath in through your nose, fill up all the way to the top, and then hold it. And sip in a little bit more air. And then open your mouth, exhale all the way down to the bottom. Empty your lungs, hold it at the bottom. And then inhale all the way to the top. Hold it at the top. Take another tiny sip of air. Open your mouth, exhale. All the way to the bottom, pressing out every last little bit of air. Emptying your lungs, holding it at the bottom. Big inhale through the nose, fill up the body. Hold it at the top. Take another tiny sip of air. And open your mouth and let everything fall out. And close your mouth. Maintain the breath in and out through the nose, just coming back to that natural breath. But notice if it is any different. And start to invite some little movements into your hands and feet, wiggling the fingers and the toes, rock your head from side to side. Open and close the jaw. And reach your arms up over your head, take a full body stretch. Reach through your fingers and your toes, arch your back, get really long. And then hug your knees into your chest. And take a rock from side to side. And then just let the knees fall over to the right. Look out over your left shoulder. Just an easy, gentle twist. Stay with the breath. On your next inhale, bring your knees through center. Little squeeze in towards the belly, and then let the knees fall over to the left. Look out over your right shoulder. Easy breath in, easy breath out. And inhale, come back through center. Exhale, squeeze the knees against the belly. And then release your left leg straight out. Just bring it back down to the mat, keeping the right knee hugged in against the chest. And you're going to take that right leg across the body, another twist. Look out over your right shoulder. If you want a little bit of an IT band stretch, you can extend your right leg. And take a full breath in and a full breath out. If you extended your right leg, go ahead, rebend the knee, come back through center, hug your knee against your chest. And you're gonna just let that right knee fall out to the side. Think tree pose legs. So the sole of your right foot might come towards your inner left thigh. Just opening through the inner right thigh and the groin area. Let the left hip sort of sink down into the floor, staying grounded through the back side of the hips. And then bring that knee back through center, hug it in towards your chest. Keep your left leg exactly where it is. Just extend your right toe straight up toward the ceiling. Flex your foot. Just enough to feel a little bit of sensation down the back of the right leg into the hamstring. If it feels okay, you can interlace your hands behind the back of your right thigh and start to pull that leg a little closer to your chest. Deep breath in. Soften your shoulders and breathe out. One more inhale. And exhale. And then rebend the right knee, hug it in towards your chest. One final squeeze. And then bring your left knee to meet it. Hug both legs in against your belly. Extend your right leg out long. We'll just do everything on the other side. And settling that right leg down, hug your left knee in towards your chest. And then take it across your body for that spinal twist, looking out over your left shoulder. And again, if you want that IT band stretch, you can just extend your left foot straight out to the side. Big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the nose. And if you opted for that IT band stretch, go ahead, rebend the left knee. Bring it back through center, give it a squeeze. Keep your right leg extended. Just take your left knee out to the left, so opening the hips. Finding those tree pose legs and stretching through the inner thigh and the groin area. Now, I'm actually pressing my right hip down into the floor with my right hand. So staying grounded, balanced through both hips. Take one more breath in and a breath out. And bring that left knee back through center. Hug it in towards the chest. Keep your right leg extended. Just reach your left toe straight up toward the sky. Finding an L shape with the legs, stretching through the hamstring and the back of the left leg. Flex your toes. Slow, steady breath. If it feels okay, interlace your hands behind the back of your left thigh and just sort of pull your leg a little closer to your belly, deepening that sensation on the back of the thigh. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your jaw. Take one more breath in and a breath out. And then rebend the knee, hug it in towards your chest. Bring the right knee up to meet it. Give yourself a squeeze, maybe a gentle rock from side to side. And then start to rock up and down. Rocking a few times and then rocking all the way up to a seated position. And then sitting cross-legged, just notice which leg you put in front by nature, and then switch it. Rooting down through the bones of your seat, sit up really tall, reach to the crown of your head, soften your shoulders down your back, close your eyes if they aren't already. And your hands can rest gently on your thighs, or if you'd like, you can bring them to heart center. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. One more just like that. Big breath in. Big breath out. As you inhale, reach both hands straight up toward the sky. And then as you exhale, gentle twist to the right, left hand to your right thigh, looking out over your right shoulder. And sit up really tall on your inhale, and then as you exhale, press and twist. Next, inhale, come through center, reach straight up. And then exhale, twist other way. Right hand to left thigh, left hand to the floor behind you, just looking over your left shoulder. Using those inhales to sit up tall, creating space in the spine. Exhales to press and twist. Next, inhale, come through center, reach up. As you exhale, drop your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over, side body stretch. Gazing up underneath your left arm, reaching through the left fingertips, press your left hip down into the floor. Big inhale into the left lung. Big exhale. As you inhale, come through center. Exhale, switch sides. Left hand comes down, right arm up and over. Getting really long down the right side of the body. Big inhale into the right side of the rib cage. Big exhale. Inhale, come through center, reach straight up. Take your arms out to a capital T shape. And you're gonna wrap your right elbow under your left, so finding eagle arms. And the elbows come to the height of your shoulders. Point your fingertips away from your face, just far enough to feel a little bit of sensation in between the shoulder blades. Still sitting up tall, sort of resisting that urge to like hunch in the upper back. Stay open. Big breath in. Big breath out. Then open the arms, shake it out. Switch sides. So the left elbow is going to come under. Wrap the wrist, lift the elbows up high. And then point your fingertips away from your face, finding that stretch in between the shoulder blades. And on your next round of breath, unravel, shake out the arms, and then go ahead, come over your knees into a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, tuck or untuck your toes, whatever your preference is. And just finding a neutral spine. Take a deep breath in, spread your fingers, breathe out. On your next inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, cow pose. And then as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. And exhale, round your spine. A few more rounds of cat and cow on your own. Riding the breath like a wave. And then adding in any organic movements that make sense in the moment. You might sway the hips from side to side or roll out your head and neck. And then come back to that neutral tabletop position, hugging the low belly in and up to support the back, reaching through the crown of your head and your tailbone. Spread your fingers really wide, tuck your toes under. We will do a little bit of core this morning. And then lift your knees to hover, just an inch off the mat. Feel the shoulders engage, feel the quads engage, feel the low belly turn on. Deep, deep breath in and out through the nose. We won't be here forever. Next breath in, and then out. Lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Bend one knee and then the other. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Spread your fingers really wide. You might feel good to sway the hips from side to side. Take a deep breath in, and then settle into stillness on the breath out, melting both heels straight down towards the mat. Lengthening through the crown of your head, soften your shoulders away from your ears. Still pressing through all 10 fingers. Spread your toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. And then exhale right back into down dog, hips up and back. Inhale, forward plank pose. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, up and back. Last time, plank. Exhale, down dog. Bend your knees, walk your hands back to your feet. Find a forward fold at the back of your space. Drop your head down toward the floor. Grab an opposite elbow in each hand and just take a sway from side to side. And then switch your elbow grip, so opposite forearm in front. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Keep the bend in your knees. Take your left hand to the floor and then your right hand to your low back. And we'll just find an easy twist here. So you're going to bend into your left knee, straighten your right leg, and look up over your right shoulder. If you want, you can reach your right fingertips straight up toward the sky, or just keep them on your low back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Switch sides. Right hand comes down, left hand to the low back. Deep bend to the right knee, straighten the left leg, look over your left shoulder. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Bring both hands down to the floor. Keep the bend in your knees. Slowly roll all the way up to stand. 1 vertebra at a time. Once you reach the top, inhale both arms out and up. Then exhale, hands to heart center. Close your eyes. Spread your toes. Rock your tailbone towards your heels, engaging the low belly to support the lumbar spine. Reach to the crown of your head. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs, bend your knees. Halfway lift and lengthen, hands to shin. Exhale, fold. Inhale, out and up, reach high. Then exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. One more time, reach out and up. Exhale, dive over your legs. Halfway lift, hands to shin. Exhale and fold. Look forward, walk it out to plank pose. Top of push-up. Breathe here. Shoulders over wrists, soften that space at the back of the neck without dropping through the belly. Reach through your heels and the crown of your head. Take a full inhale, full exhale. Bring your feet together at the back of your space. You're gonna roll to your right hand, right foot side plank. Left hand reaches high toward the sky. Flex your toes. Lift your bottom hip high. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, roll to the other side. Right hand reaches up. Whoa. Squeeze your legs together, flex your feet, big breath in. Exhale brings the right hand down, roll back over, left arm reaches high. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up. Woo. Exhale, right hand comes down. Last time, left arm lifts. Exhale, the left hand down, right arm lifts. And then exhale, both hands to the mat, plank pose. Inhale, drop your knees down. Knees, chest, and chin. So chest and chin meet the floor. Slide forward onto your belly, baby cobra. Lift your head, neck, and chest off of the mat. Pressing through the tops of your feet. Squeeze your elbows in tight towards your ribs. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, press your hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Take your knees wide, bringing your big toes together, forehead to the floor. And then give your forehead a rock from side to side. Just massaging out that space in between the eyebrows. And then come back to center. Lift up just enough to thread your left arm underneath your right, coming onto your left ear. Gentle shoulder stretch. This right hand can stay exactly where it is. Maybe it presses into the floor to deepen the twist, or you can drape it around your low back for a shoulder stretch. One more round of breath. Inhale and exhale. Slowly unravel, come back through center, child's pose. And then switch sides. Thread the right arm under the left, come down onto your right ear. Gentle twist in the upper body. And you can use that left hand to deepen the twist or just drape it around your low back for that shoulder stretch. And on your next round of breath, go ahead and unravel, come back through center. Child's pose. And then tuck your toes under, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Reach your right leg high to the sky, flex your toes, bend your knee, open up your hip, find some wiggles here, rolling out the toes, the ankle, maybe big circles with the knee to lubricate the hip. And then come back to that three-legged dog, flexing the toes, reaching the right heel back behind you. As you exhale, bring knee to nose for one cheetah. Inhale, lift it high, 3-point. And then step your right foot in between your hands, low lunge. Stacking that right knee over the right ankle, reaching through the back of the left thigh. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And then drop your left knee down to the floor. On your inhale, sweep the arms up toward the sky. Anjaneyasana. Opening the heart. And then I like to take my arms out into a goalpost or a cactus arm. And then scoop the heart up toward the sky. Just a little extra chest opening. And then on your next exhale, bring both hands down to the mat. Framing that right foot. Your left hand's going to stay down, but the right arm's going to reach high for a twist. Looking up towards your right fingertips. The sun is right in my eyes. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bring both hands to the inside of your right leg. And you might have to heel toe that right foot out to the right a little bit to give yourself some space. And then just sort of rocking the hips back and forth as we settle into this lizard lunge. If your hips feel pretty open, you might be able to come down onto your forearms. If your hips are feeling a little sticky this morning, you can just stay up on your hands. Slow, steady breath. And if this feels okay and you want to go a little bit further and explore some sensation in the piriformis, you can start to peel your right foot off of the floor, coming onto the blade edge of the foot and allowing the right knee to sort of fall out to the right, stretching through the inner thigh, and hopefully a little bit of sensation on the outer hip. And whether you're on your forearms or already up on your hands, go ahead and come onto your hands, and then you'll pull that right knee back in against your shoulder. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee off of the mat. So you're sort of in this runner's lunge position. Then you're gonna straighten your right leg. And you're gonna pivot. You're gonna see my butt. You're gonna pivot to your left until you're in a wide-legged forward fold. And bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tabletop your spine. Toes in a little bit, so you're almost pigeon toe it, and then as you exhale, walk your hands back in between your feet just to deepen the fold. And walk your hands back out underneath your shoulders. Pivot back to the front of your mat, finding a wide pyramid stance. So not quite the hip alignment thing that we typically work towards, just a nice wide hamstring stretch. Bowing over that right leg just as much as you need to. Hold one more big breath in. Deep exhale. Step your left foot up to meet your right, forward fold at the top of your space. Interlace your hands behind your back, shoulder stretch. Drop your head and neck. Squeezing the heels of the palms together and taking your fists out and over your head to stretch the shoulders and the chest. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release your hands. Bring your feet a little bit closer together and then rise all the way up to stand, nice and slow. Once you reach the top, inhale the arms out and up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift hands to shin. Step or float back. We'll lower down through one chaturanga, the only one today. Inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale the left leg high to the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. Take some wiggles here, rolling out your toes, your ankle, big circles with the knee. Even weight in both hands. And then take that left foot back behind you, straight into 3 points. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, one cheetah, knee to nose. Inhale, 3 points. And then step your foot in between your hands, low runner's lunge. Just pausing here for a moment. Dropping into the hips, 90-degree bend to that left knee. Pressing through the back of your right thigh and reaching through the right heel. Long neck, long spine, deep breath. And then lower your right knee to the floor. Untuck your toes and sweep the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Reaching through the fingertips. Same option here to open the arms like a cactus or goalpost. And scoop the heart up toward the sky, opening the chest. One more breath in. And a breath out. We'll bring both hands down, frame that left foot. Right hand's gonna stay on the floor. Left hand will reach high toward the sky for a twist. Long neck, long spine. Bring both hands down inside of your left foot. We're gonna set up for that lounging lizard on the side. So sort of wiggle your left foot out to the side to give yourself some space. Same option here, you can stay up on your hands if you feel good here. If you wanna come down onto your forearms for a deeper stretch, that's also available to you. But be kind to yourself. Take what you need. And if you want to explore taking that left knee out to the left and coming onto the blade edge of the left foot to stretch the inner thigh and outer hip. Notice your breath. We start to dig into the hips, the breath sort of moves to the back burner. You forget about it. And then if you let that left knee come out to the left, go ahead and hug it back in towards your shoulder. Come up onto your hands if you dropped onto your forearms. And you're gonna tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee off of the floor. You're gonna pivot around to the right, coming into that wide-legged forward fold again. The toes in, heels out, hands under the shoulders to start. And then as you exhale, you'll walk the hands back in between the feet and bring the crown of your head towards the floor. Soft bend to the knees, just so we're not locking out the joints. Let your head be heavy. And then walk your hands back out, tabletop your spine, pivot around to the front of your space. And we'll find that wide pyramid over the left leg. A nice, easy hamstring stretch. Don't think too much about it. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Step your right foot up to meet your left. Forward fold. Whatever variation you want with your hands. You can grab opposite elbows. You can interlace your hands behind your back. You can just let your hands rest on the floor. But drop your head, let it be heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. And then as you're ready, slowly rise all the way up to stand. We'll sweep the arms high toward the sky. Then exhale, pull the prayer down to heart center. Close your eyes. Feet are about hips width apart. Standing in stillness. Notice how you feel. Full breath in through the nose. Full breath out through the nose. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift and lengthen. Step back to downward facing dog. Skip your chaturanga unless you really, really want it. Take a big breath in and down dog. And sigh it out through your mouth. Sweep the right leg high to the sky, 3-point. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist. Hover. Suck it up towards your right elbow. A little bit of core here. Drop it back down to your wrist and then come into pigeon. So bringing the whole right shin to the floor and kind of scoot your left leg back in space. And then taking your time to set this up. If you need some sort of support here, you can put a block or a blanket or whatever's close by and shove it underneath your right butt cheek. And then check in with your left toes. Make sure they're not sickling inward, but pointed straight back at 6 o'clock. And then as you exhale, you'll start to bring your chest down towards the floor, just as far as you need to. Don't feel like you have to come all the way down to the floor. Close your eyes here. Notice what you feel. And not just the areas where you're feeling sensation, but also notice the parts of the body that are relaxed. If you do pinpoint some areas of tension, places where you might be gripping or holding on, see if you can breathe a little bit more space into those areas. And the longer we stay in pigeon, the greater the tendency to fidget, to wiggle, to get out of the sensation. Can you stay? Can you be still and breathe? Notice your natural reaction when the sensation gets really strong, when the thoughts in your head get really loud. Lean into it. Take a deeper breath in and a deeper breath out. Start to walk your hands back, lifting your upper body away from the floor. And you're going to roll over onto your right hip and extend your left leg. So swing it around to bring it out in front of you. And the sole of your right foot's going to come to the left thigh. Setting up for Janu Shirshasana, or head to knee pose. Sitting up really tall, ground down through the hips. You're going to fold over that left leg, just a nice easy fold. Don't think too much about it. But staying grounded, or as grounded as you can, through the right hip. And just dropping the head down towards the shin. On an inhale, find some length in the spine. And as you exhale, soften a little deeper over that left leg. One more breath. And walk your hands back. Come back to an upright position. And then just roll back over onto your hands and knees and come back to downward facing dog. No fancy transition, just coming right back to down dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Left leg's going to sweep high toward the sky. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left wrist and hover. Suck it up towards your left elbow. And then drop it back down to your wrist. Bring your shin to the floor, setting up pigeon on the side. So kind of scooting that right foot back to bring your hips a little closer to the floor. And you might find that one hip feels different than the other, and that's totally normal. So check it out, explore whatever you need to do here to settle. And maybe you stay upright on your hands, but if you'd like, you can come down to your forearms or all the way down to the floor, bringing your forehead to the mat. And it might take you 10, 15, 20 breaths to get there. And that's perfect. Meet yourself wherever you are. Without judgment. Without a story, without a narrative. Just be here and breathe. Using the inhale to create space in the body and the exhale to melt into that space. And as the body begins to soften and new sensations start to pop up, notice those too. If the mind starts to get distracted, maybe try to go a little deeper into the shape. Reconnect with the body and with the breath. And take the next 3 to 5 rounds of breath to feel whatever there is to feel, to process whatever you need to process. and let it be. And then start to walk your hands back towards your hips to lift your body away from the floor. Then you'll swing your right leg out in front of you, setting up that head to knee pose on the other side. And getting situated in the hips so that you feel balanced and grounded through your seat. Flex your right toes and then just fold over your right leg. Nice, easy fold. Grounding down through that left hip, reaching through the crown of the head on your inhale, folding a little deeper on your exhale. And then slowly walk your hands back, lifting away from the floor, extend both legs out in front of you, shake it out if you need to, and then just come down onto your back, setting up for Shavasana. Here we are again. Extending the arms and legs. Rock your head from side to side, release your jaw. Relax the muscles of the face. Bring your shoulder blades together underneath your heart. Keep the chest open. Let your legs be heavy. Letting go of the breath control, letting go of all control, and just settling into stillness. And if the mind starts to wander, let it wander. And if it wanders too far, then bring it back in with the breath. Notice where you are. Notice what you feel. Take a huge breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Another deep inhale. Deep exhale. And start to invite some little movements into your hands and feet, gently waking up the body. And taking as much time as you need to come up into an upright position, an easy seat, keeping your eyes closed. And if you're seated cross-legged, again, notice which leg is in front and just switch it. Sit up tall, reach to the crown of your head, long neck, long spine. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer, resting your thumbs against your chest. Bowing your chin down towards your heart space, just acknowledging your power and your presence, your breath. Take a big inhale And sigh it out. Lift your thumbs to the center of your forehead and curl the corners of your mouth up towards your ears in a tiny little smile of gratitude. The light and love, same light and love in you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Namaste.